Meteorologist Matt Yurisovic joining us here. And Matt, as we wrap up the month of March, kind of an interesting statistic we heard that there were the most tornadoes for the month of March since 1950 with more than 200.
Oh yeah, and that's crazy. That means that we've had a lot of systems moving their way on through with all of that kind of severe weather. And you would think with all of those systems we'd have a lot of rain, but we're still in a pretty drought-stricken area there through the center of the country and back towards the Pacific coast as well. And a lot of that moisture that was associated with all of those storms fell really from the Mississippi River up through the Ohio Valley and over in these regions where we don't see any drought conditions. But we've still got some of those abnormally dry spots again across the east, even down towards Florida. But we're still looking at a very vast area, especially in Oklahoma and Texas, of extreme to exceptional drought conditions, and still seeing some of that over the Cascades and in the San Joaquin Valley out there as well. So still very dry out in the west, and it looks like, again, from earlier in the show, we talked about that outlook. It is going to remain pretty dry through much of April in a lot of these locations. And there's one spot zooming in on Texas, and you've even got some extreme conditions for drought there in southern parts of Louisiana. And again, this is pretty much persisted or gotten a little bit worse depending on your location if you are in Texas or Oklahoma, Louisiana, or even New Mexico as well. So taking a look at our map here as we head through the day on Friday, we've got that front produced all that severe weather moving off of the east coast, high pressure replacing it, but a chilly high pressure. We've got some rain and snow showers across the Great Lakes and into the mid-Atlantic states, and then a little bit of higher elevation snow moving across parts of the Rockies. That system is going to move out eventually, but most of the region, most of the country dealing with that high pressure system. Eventually these rain showers move eastward, bringing some snow again to the north, and eventually some rain moving into parts of the Great Lakes and the mid-Atlantic, and more rain coming in and heading through Saturday evening into Florida. So taking a look at the snowfall, there could be a little bit of that, especially in the higher elevations of the Rockies and north. We're talking North Dakota up into northern Minnesota and Wisconsin as we head through the next couple of days. But over the next 10 days, starts out pretty dry, and then we do end up seeing a couple more systems in the east, which could bring a lot more precipitation there. Meanwhile, still in those drought conditions back in the west. That's a look around the country. Now let's take a look at the weather where you live. Syracuse, New York, morning showers with afternoon rain and snow showers, a high of 43 degrees. Lots of sunshine and staying mild in Pine Bluff, Arkansas with a high of 65, and a chance of rain and snow showers, a high of 51 in Brewster, Nebraska.